Welcome back to my channel. I am Sigourney Rosario, helping you to boss up in self-love, business, and faith. Welcome back. So today we are here to talk about cross-training in the Air Force. So if you're interested, stay tuned and let's go ahead and hop into the video. So the first thing I kind of want to tell you about is my experience with cross-training. It's really hard and difficult to talk about something if you don't really give a backstory on it. So I've been in the Air Force for a total of 9 years. I'm a tech sergeant. And I have worked 3 jobs while in the Air Force. So my first job was fleet management, better known as vehicle maintenance. I love that job. If you can get that job and cross-train like within vehicle maintenance to material control, I love material control. Material control is pretty much the people that are like the O'Reillys of the Air Force. They order parts from mechanics. They get out. They get to pick up the parts. They get to coordinate with different vendors in the local area. They also just do toolbox inspections. They get to move around. They get to work on different parts, different shipments. They get to organize. I absolutely love material control within vehicle maintenance. So that was my first job. So how I was able to cross-train, there came an opportunity for me to work for the group commander. It's called the CAG, so it's the MSG CAG. And how it works is when you're in your career field for a certain number of years, there'll be different emails that come down saying, hey, we're looking for somebody to work for the group commander. We're looking for somebody to work for the IG inspection team. We're looking for some people to work for the wing with. These are short-term cross-training opportunities. So these are not 4 or 5 years. These are more like a year to up to 2 years, depending on how long they need you. Once you have been in your career field for a certain number of time, they'll pretty much say, hey, you've been nominated for this type of special duty assignment. Now, special duty assignments can include being an MTL, MTI. I know they have certain type of honor guard positions available. You also can do recruiter positions, and there's a whole list of them. For me, I signed up, I think, for maybe 3 or 4 of them. I can't remember which ones. I didn't think I was going to get nominated for it. I didn't think I really was gonna get it, and I got the email notification saying you've been selected to be a recruiter, and I was like, okay. So my imagination of what recruiting was or should have been is not the reality of it. It's a lot different than what I thought it was, but I still enjoy the job and I do find enjoyment in it, so it all kind of worked itself out. So that's pretty much my whole timeline, how I've been able to cross-train, and let's talk about how you can get cross-trained and how you can pretty much change different career fields in the Air Force. Number 1, the biggest tip I can tell you if you're trying to cross-train into any career field is you don't want to miss that window of time. So what I always tell my recruits is that if you do 4 years, if you can cross-train at your 3-year mark. If you do 6 years, they usually allow you to cross-train at 5 years. So that guidance is always changing, so do not hold me to that. Please do not hold me to it. But that's generally the rule when it comes down to cross-training. And so if you miss that window of time, it's going to be a lot harder to cross-train. If you re-enlist and you pretty much have taken the oath again as a second-term airman, it makes it so much more difficult. So it's easier to do that on your first enlistment, 10 times easier. They are really more accepting to you versus if you do a second term with them. So just be mindful of that. There's a certain window of time. Even if you're trying to do like special duty assignments, there's a window. Any type of cross-training opportunity, there is a certain window that you have to make sure you do not supersede, because if you do, you stuck like Chuck. Number 2, I would definitely recommend that you do research on the career field. So a lot of us want a job, but we don't know what comes with that job, okay? So talk to people who are already in that career field and get a real, raw, honest opinion on their career field. They're going to tell you the good, they're going to tell you the bad, they're going to tell you things they hate, they're going to tell you things they love. And so I really would recommend before you just cross-train, you just hop into a career field just because, definitely talk to people that are already in that career field and make sure that it's something that you absolutely want to do before you cross-train. Don't just look up on Reddit. Don't just look up on TikTok. Don't just look up on Google, airforce.com. Like, literally talk to people who are already in that career field and make sure that it aligns with your goals, your aspirations, and what you actually want to do with your career. Number 3, this is the opportunity that a lot of people are not aware of, but you actually can retake the ASVAB. So you definitely want to score as high as possible on the ASVAB. I always tell my applicants you can always retake the ASVAB, but some people just are not aware of that. So this should be common sense, but also make sure that you are looking at the qualifications for the job that you want and making sure that your ASVAB scores kind of meet up with the requirements. Number 4, I would let you know that you need to go and look at the quotas. So the quotas are pretty much how much people they're looking to fill. So say for instance, again, if you want to do intel and operations and you see that they only have 2 quotas to fill, that means that you don't stand a really good chance of listing that as a cross-train opportunity, and you don't stand a good chance of getting into that career field. So you want to look for things with high quotas, because that means, again, your competition won't be as much. You can still apply for the job and maybe you'll be that one person selected, but you really want to look for quotas that are essentially very, very high, and you're not going to have that much competition with it. And so that's all on my peers. If you want to know how to do that or how to look into it or how to analyze it, I definitely could do another video on that. But that's what I was doing when I was looking at different cross-training opportunities. Again, you just want to make sure that the quota is very high, and you want to make sure you have everything that you need to submit up for that cross-training opportunity. Number 5, so all types of certifications, schoolings, EPBs, EPRs, all that is going to help you out. If you're looking at cross-training, you want to make sure that your package is the strongest package available. So while you're in your original career field, I don't think you should just be solely focused on this one career field, intel, operations, cyber, public affairs, whatever the case may be. But I also feel like you should be making yourself stand out. There's certain certifications that you may want to get, different schooling that you may want to get, strong EPRs, strong EPBs. You definitely want to include all of that into your package. Again, it's going to make you stand out. It's going to make you look sharp. It's going to make you look like you actually deserve to be in this position. And find out different certifications that match the job that you are applying for. So if you're trying to be a medical assistant or a dental assistant, whatever the case may be, you want to find certifications and schooling and different things that match what they are actually looking for. It just makes sense, right? And it's free, so take advantage of it. So if you need any type of certifications, Air Force Cools, I also have this huge list of things that have different certifications, and that most of them are all free as well. So I can list that down below that I usually send out to my troops. But again, cross-training is available, y'all. There's so many different opportunities. The biggest thing I can tell you is talk to somebody in that career field. Ask them for the real on the job, because they're gonna tell you the truth. And then once you do that, you can start preparing yourself for the cross-training opportunity. Make sure you do not miss that window of opportunity to cross-train. If you miss it, you're gonna be stuck like Chuck. You can always cross-train later, but it's just so much easier when you're in your first enlistment. And so best of luck with your cross-training. If you have any other questions, anything that I did not discuss that you want me to go over, you can leave those down below. As always, I love you, but most importantly though, God loves you. I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.